In many African communities, stories are more than words, they are medicine. They carry memory, healing, and wisdom across generations. And today, as maternal mental health challenges rise, those ancestral stories whisper a question to us. What if healing didn't begin with a diagnosis, but with a story? That question gave birth to artistic narrative circles, an art-based model that merges traditional African storytelling with creative expression to support the mental health of mothers. But this isn't just an African idea, it is a human one. Across the world, including here in America, many mothers journey through pregnancy and postpartum in silence, not because care doesn't exist, but because the care doesn't speak their language. Now imagine if it did. Imagine community circles where women of every background gather, African, Asian, Indigenous, Latinx, and more, sharing stories, reading, and art, where a poem becomes a pulse check, a song becomes a screening tool, and a story becomes a bridge from loneliness to belonging. In our show State Nigeria, when community artists and maternal health providers sat together, something powerful happened. Health workers began to listen like storytellers. Artists began to facilitate like healers. And mothers, once unseen in the system, became authors of their own recovery. Each circle unfolds in three hearts: ancestral voices, reconnecting to lineage and strength, living testimonies, mothers reclaiming voice through hearts, and emerging narratives, new mothers creating their own healing stories. Through these creative dialogues, mental health becomes seen, sung, and shared. Stigma melts into solidarity. Silence transforms into connection. This journey taught us something vital. When we embed heart into healthcare, not as decoration, but as dialogue, we don't just treat illness, we restore identity. We make the invisible visible. We prove that culture is not an obstacle to care, but it's a catalyst for healing. So, to every practitioners and policymakers here today, this is your invitation to reimagine what care could look like when creativity, culture, and compassion meet. Because artistic narrative circles aren't just about mothers in Osun State, Nigeria. They're about mothers everywhere globally, from Lagos to Louisiana, Accra to Atlanta, reclaiming the rights to healing, their own voices, through their own stories, on their own terms. For too long, postpartum depression has been defined only by clinical language, a checklist of symptoms, a diagnosis in silence. But for many women, especially those in the diaspora, healing begins not in the hospital, but in the heartbeat of culture. So today, as we speak of maternal mental health, let us not only build clinics, let us build circles. Let us not only treat depression, let us nurture expression. Let us not only save lives, let us restore voices. I believe that when we heal mothers, we heal the world. One story, one song, one circle at a time. I am Adeola Folorunsho, a global health advocate. Thank you for listening.